Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to another episode of IoT Tuesday with yours truly, Samuel Adirani. Thank you for making a date with us. Sorry for the late start. We're supposed to have started at 8 GMT, moved it to 9:30. Technical issues, but hey, we're here. Hey, Aliklim, thanks for showing up on the show. If this is your first time, we'll do this Tuesdays, every Tuesday. Just demystifying, learning stuff about IoT, connecting, breaking, fixing, and doing stuff. In today's episode, we're going to still on the episode of the MXChip. We're going to move away from that and focus more on real-time data or getting data that we've seen how to connect our MXChip and bring it into our resources. So that's what we're doing today. If that sounds like something that is of interest, stay and stay with me. We will be right back. Awesome. We are here today. If this is your first time, kindly join the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that we can grow the channel and so that you can get to know anytime I go live, you can see me and also partake in what we're doing on our live streams. So with that said, welcome to today's episode. So last week we we actually saw how to visualize our data in Power BI. So we did a Power BI dashboard, move the data from the MXChip into IoT Hub, created a route, and then push that into IoT Hub. Today we're going to look at something similar but using a different approach using Microsoft Fabric. So for those of you who don't know, Microsoft Fabric is more or less like now the unified platform for doing all things data when it comes to the Microsoft ecosystem. So today we're going to leverage the real-time intelligence feature on Microsoft Fabric to connect the data coming from our MXChip into the IoT Hub through to Microsoft Fabric to see how we can access the data. And yeah, feel free to join. If you missed our previous episodes, connect to the YouTube channel, go there. It's there on demand for you to, check out. To get started, don't forget that as we run the show, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and then I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So let's do a vibe check. So sorry guys, I need to stop my camera from there you go. It's just following me all around, so I need to get it. There you go. Not to do too much of that. All right. Let's see. It's don't worry. So this, there you go. And okay, so let me use this one. There you go. So that stops it. Sorry, I didn't want it to be following me all around. It might be a bit nauseating for some people. So let's go here. Let me bring up. Well, somebody will say, but hey, Microsoft Fabric is mostly on the Power Platform side of things. But yes, it is on the Power Platform side of things. But like I mentioned, when you're dealing with IoT, the next thing that you work with is data. Once you're ingesting the data from your devices, the next thing is pushing the data to the platform or places where you want to either get insight, run AI modules, and do all that on your data. So it just makes sense that at some point we learn how to do this and connect this. Power BI, Fabric are just one places you can send the data to. You can still do stream analytics, which we've seen how we saw that last week. So we had an input and an output. The input was IoT Hub and the output was Power BI. You could use Fabric. There are different things. You could actually even pipe data to your own web application using any of the graphing and charting platforms, right? So today we're going to take a look at using Fabric. So specifically the real-time intelligence side of Fabric, which is this one here. So this is what we'll be looking at specifically for today's. So we've seen how to connect our MXChip, we've seen how to read some of the data. So we're going to take the data, which goes through IoT Hub, and then we're going to pass that onto the Fabric, right? Now, I have been made aware of a little bug within the extension. So this is what we're going to do, right? So we're going to connect it. As you can see, it has a lot of data sources. IoT Hub is one of the data sources. So our data is going to be coming in as part of the data source, and then we can do all this how do you call it, all the real-time intelligence stuff we want to do. So you want to ingest and process with event streams, you want to do analyze, you want to run KQL queries on it, build real-time dashboard and all that. We can do that using this approach. So let's go to our nope, let's stop this. So let's go to our Azure portal. Let me close this. And yeah, let's make sure that we have our application connected and sending our data. Just a sec. Let's see if we can get that to the workbench. Oh, our workbench is okay. So let me just make sure that our IoT app is functional. Welcome. If you're joining us, this is IoT Tuesday. Today we're starting a new part in the series of using the MXChip and sending data. So let's use a different one. I'll use that is where we have our infrastructure, send the notification. Let's get this in the authenticator. Okay. There we go. Awesome. I had to do that on my phone. So let's just get that open. And feel free to drop any question if you have, so that we can properly address that for you. Actually, let me move this here. Okay, so yeah, we are in here, and then we know it's our IoT Tuesday. Actually, no, let's go back home and go into our resource group. If you're feeling a bit lost with this and previous episodes, so you can catch that up here. So we have our IoT. Let's go here. Let's go to IoT. And for the meantime, I'm actually going to open. Okay, let's open telemetry. Just want to have the app running. So let's go here. And I don't think that has changed. Let's do this for the sake of. So I'm trying to get config MX client H Azure config. Yeah, I'm just trying to be sure that I have. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just want to be sure I have all the data and stuff there. That's why I had to switch back to this. So, all right, I'm going to deploy onto a device, and then we'll just make sure that check that we have data coming in through our IoT hub, and then we'll go ahead and set up all the other stuff. So I believe this is COM port 4. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do MXChip upload project. We're in the same folder, so if we do upload project, that should be able to scaffold all that and build for it. It's done it a few times. It's just that, like I said, we discovered a bug in the telemetry function that had to do with the clock. So if you stop the application from running, it gets out of sync with the server clock. So we just have to redeploy that. So that's what I'm just doing. So whilst that's happening, we just have to, I think it is it's COM port 4. So I'll just set it to COM port 4 and just wait for that. And also remember that we also used the IoT Explorer, another way to also visualize the data coming in. So whilst our app is connecting, it's actually building and deploying. Let's go and open our IoT Explorer. Let's open that. And you should have downloaded that by now, because that's just let's see. Interesting. So there seemed to be an issue streaming to LinkedIn. I'm just noticing that on my dashboard. So if for some reason you're trying to connect and that's not working on LinkedIn, there seem to have been, let's see something. Don't worry, I'll just shut it down. Yeah, well, yeah, feel free to check out all the other platforms that's streaming. Sorry. So okay, so this is our IoT app. Let's IoT Explorer. Let's go ahead and open that up and just ensure that. So yep, that's it. So we are in there. Let's go to the devices which we've created, and we can look at the telemetry. We can start monitoring, and that will turn this on. Are waiting to be receiving the data coming from our device, so we can just push this back into the background. As you can see, so we had the stream analytics shops we used the last time. This is stopped, I believe. So let's open this and see. If it's not stopped, that would have been a lot of. Okay, yeah. So that's stopped. So the job is stopped. Yeah, so we're not running the job. We're not using the stream analytics as an input right now because we're going to change that to use a different, which is the fabric. So we can minimize this. And actually, let's just try to log in. Okay. So I believe it's, there we go. Yeah. So we have an upload. Yeah. So we have an upload going. Okay, that's it. So our upload is done. And just giving it a few minutes and we should start seeing the activity. There you go. So yeah, it's running. Let's see if I can take it to the bench. Give me a minute. Bench cam. My bench cam looks like it's let's deactivate it and activate it again. There you go. Sweet. So yeah, that's it. It's running. The application is running. Let's go to our IoT Explorer. Refresh this. So the data should be coming in any moment from now. Now the good thing also is that if you're using the IoT Explorer, you can simulate devices as well. There are simple ways to do that if you don't have the devices. Let's go here. Just want to be sure. So if we start, let's just start monitoring. We should see, yeah. So as you can see, telemetry data is being sent. And if we go to, so second one sent, IoT Explorer should have it. Or maybe, yes, let me just stop this and start everything again. Now, another thing to also do is we can go all the way to, let's go to our, let's minimize this. We know the data is coming. So you can see humidity is, there you go, look. So the data is being sent. So right here, we see that the data is being sent to the hub. Now, just to confirm that as well, let's go to hub. Let's go here and IoT Tuesday and our IoT hub, and then we can look at the data that has been sent today, and then we'll quickly jump into it. So you can see daily message. So today we've sent at least about 14 messages already, one device. So at least we know that our data is coming. So now let's go to our fabric. I'm going to log in. So fabric linked to Power BI. So let's go ahead. I'm going to sign in now. And that is the interesting one. Um, mm, 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 mm. So let's go. I think I should use my uh, okay, submit. I don't need a license. I think I already have it. So then it's just part of the formalities we need to do. Where is my MFA? And oh, yeah, just wait for it to connect. All right, so there you go. So this is Microsoft Fabric, as you can see. Power BI is there, Data Factory, Data Activator, there are different things, but this is what we are interested in today. So leveraging, leveraging on, anytime I hit the control button for some reason it mixes it. So leveraging on the real-time intelligence, which is going to allow us to pass the streaming data that's coming from our MX chip through IoT Hub, to this side. So let's go ahead and get this done. So like I said, what we need to do is we'll just start with um you know the event, getting the event from our IoT. So when the data is sent, we just want to get that. So what we're going to do is you can literally just select from here and then do your real-time intelligence, or you can just click real-time intelligence here, right? Still works. So let's go here, and under real-time intelligence, what we want to do is we need to pretty much, like I said, create an event. All right. And once we are able to get all those events coming from the IoT hub connected to the device, we can now use this to power them in. So let's go ahead and let's close this. Where is that? So if you look on the left here, I'm bringing you here. Let's do this. You can see on the left here that there is a real-time hub, right? So the real-time intelligence, Mr. Arnold, you are late. Welcome, 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 welcome. So we're going to go to the real-time hub, click it here. And on the real-time hub, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do get event right here on the top side here. Is that the same thing again? So there you go. Yeah. So get event right now. That's just the very first process what we're trying to do. The goal is we want to get all the event of data coming through IoT Hub, right? So let's start with just getting the events. Now to do this, you require a couple of things. They'll be asking to provide, the sources, which will say that, hey, our event data is coming from IoT Hub, so we want to leverage IoT Hub to do that. And might be a little challenging because I feel because we're using two different resources, but hey, we'll jump it. I've not switched to resources, but that's a part of a channel where we learn. Now remember, this is in preview, right? So some of the things might change, some of the things will remain the same, but with this you get to understand you have the general understanding and concept of how to do this in Fabric. So let's go ahead. You can see there is data streams, there is Microsoft sources, there's Fabric event, right? So data streams, you can add your own. You can Microsoft sources is what the early bird catches the early when we are through early green. So we're going to use the Microsoft sources, right? So Microsoft sources include IoT Hub, all the other event grade, all the other Microsoft services that have been specified to provide input for that, right? So let's go ahead and let's click the get event. It's loading, and then we will do the Microsoft sources. So you see that these are all the sources from event hubs, IoT Hub, Kafka, Fabric Workspace, Amazon Kinesis data stream. So if your data is even coming from Amazon, you can still bring it here. Azure Blob Storage event, Cosmos DB, all that. Now, Or you can simply also say, hey, I want the data to come from Microsoft sources, and then it'll give you the very two, Microsoft sources one. So in our case, it's an IoT hub because the data stream, our data is coming from IoT hub. So I select IoT hub. And then in the IoT hub, we're going to go ahead and fill and provide all these, there's no connection right now with, how do you call it? So there's no connection with the IoT hub. So we have to do a new configuration. So realize that default data coming in from IoT hub, we will stream into this. And then once that is set, we can go ahead and do all the crazy stuff. Now, there isn't any default data format, right? So sorry, there isn't any default connection. Else you'd have just selected the drop down and do it. So we'll just go ahead and do new connection. And this is where most times it infers the account you are logged in, right? And then try to do all that. But remember, if we're using IoT hub, we can go ahead and create a connection from the IoT hub and then share that information. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go to IoT hub. Let's go. And like I said, this is in preview. So maybe if you're watching this at a later time, some of the UI component and stuff might probably have changed, right? So we go here. Remember in IoT hub under our shared access policies, right? Which you'll find under security, right? If you go to shared access policies here, we had a few policies that even when we're connected to here, when we're connected to the IoT device explorer, all right, you realize that if I go back to the home, you see we had all this, we use this to connect to the hub. It's a similar thing we want to provide to this service as well. So let's minimize this for now. So that's what we're going to use. So I'll go ahead and I can use the IoT owner, copy the keys and all that information there, and come in and do the new connection, right? So let's go. I'm going to let's use the IoT hub owner. So I can select this, and you can see we have the primary key, secondary, primary connection, and all that information we need to access or connect to this hub. So let's go ahead into you can see we're creating a new connection. So let's say this is IoT Tuesday hub, right? So there's the IoT Tuesday hub. There's nothing there, so we're going to go ahead and create a new connection. So we're going to call it let's call it I can leave it default, but I want to give it a more reasonable name. All right, so let's go ahead and say this is the IoT Tuesday hub connection. All right, so we're going to use a shared access policy, which is what we have. So we're going to use the shared access keys for it, and then we're going to copy the ones that were coming, that's going to come from IoT. So if you come back here, we know that this is the IoT hub owner. So I'm going to copy this, and this is the IoT hub owner, and then here I'll pick one of the keys, right? I'll pick one of the primary keys that you use there. So let's go ahead and pick the primary key. So I'll just copy this, come back here, come and paste this here, and then we'll click connect. So let's go ahead. All right. I'm not saving this. So if you look closely, you'll notice that it's connected, and then it's asking for what's the default. We're using the consumer group, what's the data format, which we are setting to JSON, because then we're going to get all the data coming in as JSON. So with all this done, you can see the workspace where that's going to go to. I think we created an IoT Tuesday workspace. A couple of things are generated for us, like where it's going to go to, the event stream name and all that, but I want to change that. Let's put it into the IoT Tuesday works, and then let's change this and probably just call it let's call it IoT underscore Tuesday underscore hub and event, right? That's what we'll call the event stream name, right? So there we go. And then the stream name itself, we'll just say, let's go ahead. Okay, that's fine. All right. So with this done, we set the format, we have the connection string, we specify the data. I'll just go ahead and click next. All right. Now, with the next click, now it's telling us, okay, so we've reviewed it. It's coming from IoT Hub into the event stream section. It has all the information. We're just reviewing it. So I'll review it. And once we are okay with it, I'll go ahead and click on create. So the create is actually hiding behind my. So yeah. What's it saying? Alliances don't support this strategy. Change the workspace, get the shared pool. Oh no. Okay, let's see. It says create event stream. Say my license type does not support this feature. To change the workspace or get a shared pool or press the power that powers all the capacity. Okay, let's see. Do I need to change? Let's see. If I have to change this, let's see. Let me do this. Let me change my. Let me actually log in and change my. You know what? Let me log in and change my. Let me change my account subscription and see. Okay, so just a sec. Let me see. Do I? We've created. You're sure you want to close this? Yes. Close and cancel. So I want to. Let's see this. I know. Yeah, I have a pro license. So I have a pro license, 60-day trial for the fabric capacity. Okay, so I'm just going to do ahead and do the free trial for the capacity. Yes. So I don't know why I have a pro license, but I don't know why it's doing that. So let's go ahead, region. Let me do this. Let's see if I can. If it's even going to give me capacity there. So let me do this quickly off here so I don't expose this. So I like to extend it. There we go. Got it. Okay, cool. So back to the desk. It says that it's extended it now. So I'm going to go back and check license type pro. Okay, so the trial 59 days left. Solid. So hopefully Chief says. So let's go ahead and do this again real quick. So Microsoft sources IoT Hub. So because we already created the connection, it's there. Let's change the workspace to the IoT Tuesday workspace. We'll just call it the IoT let's go Tuesday events. All right, and click on next. Now hopefully, why is it still saying your license? Okay, so let me do this. Let me log out. It says your license type does not support this feature. To change the workspace or get a shared capacity power. Okay, you know what? Let's go back. Let's close this. Let's add this again. I'm going to change it. I'm going to leave it to use a default workspace to see if probably that workspace is there, that shouldn't be the issue. But let me just try this. IoT Tuesday underscore event stream. Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving it to. I'm not going to change the workspace. I just want to check if it is. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I was right. It's not the. It's not the group name. Give me a sec. Let's see. I need to change this. Yeah, so that's a license thing. Okay, so license type does not support this feature. To change the workspace or get a shared pool of capacity that powers all capacity in. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to change this here. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can quickly update that. If I can update, get it renewed. I'll just have the how do you call it? Have the trial extend that. So let's go. So I'm going to. I'll need to do something here from our account. Let's go to portal.office.com. I don't know why this is. I doubt if it's because of the two different subscriptions, but yeah, I need to go into portal and see if I can assign that license to myself. Let's be sure of this. Let's see. Yeah, it's a free logic. Yeah, come to think of it, am I sure I'm using in the correct? Yeah, yes, cancel. So yeah, it says, yeah, this is here for me. So why should it stop your logic? Okay. So we'll go here. Let's go to admin. So I'm trying to. So what I'm trying to do solve the problem is I'm trying to see if the license is properly applied to me. It might take a minute to kick in, but I just want to be sure. So let's go to billing. Let's go to my let me check the license. And let me type in. Let me look for fabric. Yeah, there you go. So fabric. So I have about four. I have about. I have 4 licenses left. I think I already have that. So let's see. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, so I have access to it. So someone. Okay, so that's fine. So yeah, so the license is there. Let's close this for the meantime. And I shouldn't have closed that. You know what? Let's go to Power BI right here. Oh, we don't need this. Yeah, we don't need this. I'm trying to reduce the. So there we go. We have buy premium per user. No. Okay, so let's go here. And let's go and see. Let's see what's happening. Okay, it's a real-time hub. Let's go here. Open this up. No, that's fine. So let's go settings. Let's go to the admin portal. So all I'm trying to do now is just to make sure that some of these things so tenant settings, let me go here and let's look for users can create Ah, that's disabled. So users can create fabric items. Where is this? Let me actually just do. Okay. So users can create fabric items. So this is just some. Now, so this is in extreme cases, right? If your fabric is not set up to do, it's just some of these extreme cases of things you need to do. So users can. This is enabled, right? So let's make sure that it's enabled. Yeah, this is enabled for the entire organization. Applied to the entire organization. API graph preview database mirroring. Some of these things I don't really. Okay. So, let's see this. Users can try Microsoft Fabric features here. That's allowed to it. Okay, so now let me get rid of this. And users can create Fabric items. It's enabled. Users can create and use data flow. Actually, let me just enable this for now. Yeah, capacity and all that enabled. Yeah, thank you very much. What else? Users can create real time. Let's enable this and apply. Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. 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 Yeah. Okay. So that is being set up, and I know that the trial was added. So let's see. Changes are being applied. Changes are being applied, and load. Okay. So ideally, this should this should solve that pending problem. But let's go to workspace. I want to see something. So we have the IoT workspace setting. Let's see what we have there. So IoT Tuesday domain. We're not assigning to domain. Yeah, there's a contact. Delete. No, we're not deleting the workspace. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a pro license on this one. That's fine. So that shouldn't having a problem. No, not connecting the database. Yeah, let's see. I just want to be sure that everything looks good here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So literally, okay. So let's go ahead and at least this is now done. At least I can tell that my my Power BI and all that setup. Now let's go to workspaces here. Right. Refresh this in Fabric. Let's see. For the sakes of testing something out, I'm going to create a new workspace, and then I'll call this. I'll call this one IoT. No, let's call this the MXChip. Let's call this the MXChip. Name is not available. Yeah. So we'll call this the IoT Tuesday MXChip, right? Let's see. Is the owner? Yeah. License mode is a pro. Select the pro. So okay. So that is potentially why. So it's not applying. Okay, let me see if I can apply the premium pagination report, fabric capacity. Yeah, so it's not enabled. Why is it not enabled here? Give me a sec. Let's see. Pro. So this is what we need. Okay. Oh, so I think I realized that it's just let me move myself to this side. So this is this capacity. This is what I'm looking. Oh, come on. Workspace. Let's go back to the IoT Tuesday and see the workspace settings. Workspace settings. Power BI. So when I tried to create a new workspace, all right, and let's say this is IoT Tuesday. Let's call it demo workspace. Now, if you go to the advanced, check this. Even though the pro license has been added to it here, right? Even though we've added the pro license is picked by default. It's not including the capacity. Check this out. It's not including the fabric capacity here, which is what we need. What could be causing that? So let's see. Pum, 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 pum. Mhm. Let's see this. Let me see if I can pull up. Let's see if let's see what the fabric page is giving us, the license for the fabric page. Because even though I have it, I'm not sure what's happening with this one. We will fix it. Oh, okay. Let me go. Let's go ahead and apply this. Uh, template as well. Yeah. We'll just do that. Just add it. We'll try again with this. With Okay, so this is done. Let's go to the real-time hub again on the left. Let's try to create an event. We'll go with the IoT hub. We have an existing connection. And I think okay, so it actually picked the workspace. Now, I'll just do the default and see if this time it works. Still. La 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 pa pa pam. Let's see. Okay. But the funny thing is, yes, cancel it. So the interesting thing here is, if I go here and I look at the account, it's still okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just try. I'm going to close this and I'm going to try to do this in incognito mode. Sometimes it's just crazy like that. So okay. Yeah, but I got a confirmation message that it's ready and I could use it, and I saw that, right? So all right, let's try this again. This time in incognito mode, and hopefully we will get. Oh no, enter the wrong password. Okay, MFA, where are you? Let's go here. Okay, MFA is done. Okay, so this is incognito mode. Hopefully, it should have shake that off. Let's go here. License type is pro trial. Yes. So, yeah, almost the same thing here. All right, let's go to real-time intelligence. Let's see. Let's just try to do the same thing here. Now in an incognito mode. Let's see. So current workspace is just my workspace. So I'll leave it into my workspace to see if if the capacity has been added to that any which ways, because that's the default one. I'm curious to see where this takes me. So my account, yeah, that's just subscriptions. Okay, let's go ahead. So Realtime Hub, and let's go ahead and do create get event. I'm sure now we're very familiar with this. Yeah, IoT Tuesday is there, and then you can see set it to my workspace. That's fine. We just leave it. We can change the name and stuff, but I just don't want to go through that whole pain for it too. So let's just go ahead and run this again. Okay, so this is failing. Houston, we have a problem. We need to fix this. So the license type doesn't support this feature. To change the workspace or get share put of capacity that powers all capacity in Fabric. Let's me go and find out this. Let's come back here. So this, oh, where's our Power BI? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so let's come back here. Yes, cancel. Now we move from sending this to, and all this while, I think our IoT Hub is ready and collecting data for us. Microsoft, this is no. So it's just, this is a license issue. In the other tenant that this happened, that I did this doesn't have this. This is more of a license issue. So it's not that hard. It's just a license issue. Now remember that I've been using two different accounts. So I'm setting up capacity in my official work domain, and I'm doing the test in a different domain. So I believe there's something happening in there, but I'll just move into one domain and do that. It's just that I have set up all these things in one domain, and I just don't want to mess it up. That's another thing. But let's hold on. Let's see how this. Else, the only thing that would happen would be for us. And don't forget, in the background, it's sending the data. We just need to move. So the only other thing would be, instead of using my work domain, I will just probably go ahead and use how do you call it, and use a similar domain of what I'm using, right? So to avoid all those cross domain issues. So if I go to let me go to my workspace. Let me go to the workspace settings. So this is my workspace, and we look at the license info. So that's the that's the thing, is the current license is pro. It's a pro license, but so that's what I'm saying. The trial for how do you call it, Fabric is not showing there. So you know what, let's do this. Let's change the workspace. Let's do the IoT demo. And let me go to the workspace settings. And let's look at the, where is the license info? So this is also okay. So there you go. This is pro. If I do premium, you still don't get. So this is using SKU-PP3 region South Africa. No, that's fine. The capacity is okay. Select. This is what I'm looking for. To get the Fabric or the try. Okay, you know what? Let's create. Let's do this. Copy this. Let's close this. Let's log out on this, right? And let's use the same email address that we're using for the IoT Hub. Let's use that to create a new account and see if we can get this specified created for us. And that makes so that we don't have to deal with all this cross license things. Okay, so we close this. Let's go back to app.fabric. Okay, and actually, let me see. Microsoft Fabric. I want to get started with this. Okay, there we go. So try for free. Let's use that account. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Mm, let's see if I did. I'm gonna try. Let's try some more at crafted. It's gonna be like, oh, what's that? Maybe incorrect. Oh no, this username may be incorrect. Make sure you type it. Yeah, that is correct. Come on. Signing options. Signing to with an organization. I know somebody will say crafted climate.org. All right. So that will be someone at climate.org. Okay. Let's see. Someone at Logic Solutions.com. Is am I sure? It says isn't in a, oh, okay, because that's because I use a different, yeah, let's go here. MFA, where are you? We'll bring you here. This is 93. Mm-hmm. 93. Phase approved. There we go. Okay. Oh, it looks like the new trial that I did, even though it's showing that it's connected, actually is not. So request for to make your capacity and Power BI features for free, which we've done. So even though we can see that from here, it's it shows that we will enable the trial in it's 59 days, but the capacity is not being applied because else it wouldn't be showing us that error. You know what? Let's go here. Let's go to the admin portal. Okay. This is our admin portal. Let's go. So let's. So where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Let's go. We don't have premium. So there's a tenant settings. We have a 59. So right now I'm just trying to figure out what is preventing our capacities from okay. So to refresh. 5 minutes, that's fine. We're dealing with that. That's okay. So if we go back to the home here and we go to the workspaces, if we go to our workspaces, let's go here and see what's happening. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and manage access. Actually, let's do this. We're using IoT Tuesday demo, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And then manage access to this workspace. So this is saying we have access to it. Yeah, mine is there already. So even if I add people, it shouldn't. Okay, let me see. Let me add me as an admin. I'm already there as an admin, so it shouldn't. Yeah, same thing. Add as admin, added. And let's see. So if we go back here, yeah, you can see that it's already added me as an admin to this workspace. So let's look at the workspace settings. So what we wanted to create is actually a streaming data set. So I'm actually maybe thinking, do I go back and change it? But the process of creating that happens automatically once you're creating the real-time data, right? So this for data activator, data engineering, Power. So you see the real time here. This is the event stream that we are trying to, to create. So let's see if I went this route and able to create. Aha! To create an event stream, you need if good. You need a free Microsoft Fabric trial capacity. Unfortunately, your Microsoft has reached the maximum number of available free. So that is why, because I had a previous one that worked fine. So it says that I what reached the maximum number of available free trial capacities. Ah, da. Okay, so this. How do we trick it? So tricking it will probably just getting a new. Just using literally a new account, right? And then seeking a trial. But I'd have to be an admin of that account. Do you have another account? Account. Okay, let's see. Oh man. Bum. Let's see how much. But you see, in the background, we're still sending data though, right? We're still sending streaming data from the devices going. We just need to set that up. So let's go. And last week we did the stream analytics, to Power BI. By this time we were trying to use a Fabric, and Fabric is being a pain in the behind. Yeah, for those who have joined us. Wow, we're almost doing an hour. So Fabric is the pain in our behind right now. We need to get Fabric aligned with what we're doing. Microsoft tenant has reached the maximum number of available. What if I create a new tenant? Smart one. Okay, so let's see. We already have this set up. We've had it. We've done all these things. This is a different one, right? But I think it's the capacity. Yeah, is the capacity one that we need to work on right now. Okay, so what I'll do is time check. Looks like we've done an hour already. What I want to do is I'll try to create. I'm going to create a different. I'm going to give a different tenant, right? We have a lot of tenants. I'm going to create a different tenant, subscribe to that, and then we'll come back to this next week. Or just to clear this, since we've done most of it, I will probably put it out as a blog post and point you to, hey, this is what I have done to get that to work, so that we can take it from it. Next week, I will be showing how to monitor the stream and potentially mapping the data to an AI training module, so that we can tell how the data coming in is being utilized. Another thing that I want us to start working on also is um there's a name for it. I'm trying to remember how they call it. It's kind of like cross series. So for those of you who watch, I think Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and all those things, realize that at some point they all merge in one episode or stuff like that. So I want to do something like that, where on Tuesday, whatever we're doing in IoT in terms of the data merges with the AI stuff we're doing on Fridays, and then we'll merge with the Power Platform dashboard and things that we're doing on Sunday. So people, you can probably follow through and see how the various parts come together. So 10:41 hour 1 minute. Power BI Fabric was not being friendly to us today, but I'll go ahead and set that up and then share the path in probably a blog post on my blog, my website. And then next week we'll take it from there and do a part 2 of it to get to see how to do some of the streams and interesting things in it. Well, if this has been interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can get me on any of these Instagram handles, social media handles, and then watch out for the MXChip tour, which now we're trying to do in partnership with the Arm Engage clubs, University of Ghana, Ashasi, Academic City, and Kenya University. So be on the lookout for it. We'll be coming around with some of these awesome kits, which is what we're using in the part with our extension. If you haven't downloaded the extension, please do that for us. You can just go to your Visual Studio, go to extensions, and look for the MXChip extension. And it's the only extension, is the only MXChip AZ13 extension there. So far 32 downloads, not bad. So go test it out. We need you to test it, give us feedback, rate it. Please don't just download it. Once you've used it, go rate it and tell us what you feel about it, so that we can get it done. We can fix the bugs and make it more intuitive and more interesting. So thank you so much for making a day with me today. I'll catch you potentially on Friday and Sunday. Till then, be safe out there. Let's make the world a better place through technology. This has been yours truly, Samuel Adraji. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and let's close this. I'll catch you again next week. With that said, I am out. Stay safe.